Hey everybody, Matt with Jameson's Tractor here. Today we have a grading job to do. And this is a local job. It's probably only 10 miles from my house. And this guy's a friend of mine. And he called and he's got this hill up here by his house that has gotten so rutted and so many potholes that delivery drivers and clients when they come over and friends when they come over, they're struggling to get up and down this driveway. So I purchased this Bush Hog RG72 recently. This is a 6-foot grading scraper or land plane or land leveler, a lot of different names for it. I tend to call it a grading scraper. And I'm pretty sure, although I haven't confirmed this, I'm pretty sure that Dirt Dog is making this for Bush Hog and Rhino because it looks like an exact copy of the Dirt Dog. So having said that, I've used this on a couple jobs around my house for neighbors, and so far I'm very, very pleased with it. I have used a lot of different box scrapers, and I find that this is significantly easier to use, and it does a better job. The end result is better, it's faster, it's less work, and yes, it costs more money than a box scraper, but I would highly advise you, if you were thinking about getting a tool to go behind your tractor to grade your driveway or just level stuff in general, I would buy this over the box scraper hands down. I think it's worth the extra money. But today I'm going to show you there's a hill that we're going to grade, and it's pretty bad. So I'm going to get the rippers down into the position where they're level with the blades, because I think it's going to need to cut up some of the potholes and the ruts to get this thing fixed correctly. I could have brought a couple different tractors to do this job. What I did bring is a Kioti CK3510HST. It's a 2022. This one has like 95 hours on it. Probably going to add a couple today. And it's got a 3-range hydrostatic transmission. Another tractor that I thought about bringing was a John Deere 3038E. And that tractor is a little bit lighter weight, and it's got a 2-range HST transmission. And I've not been over here before, so I was not sure how steep the hill was. And because this is a 6-foot grading scraper, it's kind of big for this size. It's on the larger end. And I was a little concerned that the 3038 wouldn't either have the transmission power with it being 2-range, or potentially it wouldn't have the traction because it's a little bit lighter than this machine to pull it. So we're going to see how this goes. If I come back and do this again and I have another 3E series from Deere, I will probably try to bring that if this goes well. Of course, bringing a larger machine would be better. But anyways, so I'm going to show you how I like to get this adjusted. There's 2 things you can see right now. It is very much out of adjustment, and I have the back tilted up like that so that I can load it on and off the trailer without it scraping the ground coming back off. So let's get this started, and I'm going to basically lengthen this top length until both blades are touching the ground and are level. So let's see. Oh, gotta get on the seat. Won't let me do it that way. There we go. All right, so let's start by letting this out a little bit. Now this might be tight in some instances where you need a wrench to do this, but right now I think it's working pretty good. I'm gonna pick this up so that it can kind of set itself. I think that's looking pretty good. I think right about in there. And we're just going to keep an eye on it. And then I do need to adjust each of these rippers. I'm going to move them down one position because right now they're not engaged at all. And I want them to be engaged a little bit. I'm going to raise it up to do that. And then unfortunately these are just not the end of the world, but it's a pin on every one, you know. particular grading scraper has 6 rippers on it, which I think is a good amount. Less than that, and they're spaced so far apart that you're not ripping up all the areas. And theoretically, if 6 was too much for this tractor to handle, I could just put down 4 if I wanted to, or whatever combination I felt like I needed to. But one of the nice things about a grading scraper is it's big and heavy, and so you get more engagement into the ground quicker because of the weight. And at the same time, because it's got these long skids, it's also not, with a box scraper, a lot of times you'll end up doing more than you want to. You'll grab too much. You have to really be mindful with your 3-point up and down. Yep, I think I'm gonna maybe bring this forward just a skosh, just like that. And I think that's gonna engage these rippers pretty good. So, I'm gonna reposition the camera so that we can see this slope and get started. All right, guys, as you can see, that worked really well. I had to, actually had to lower the ripper shanks another notch down to actually get them to engage. And I'm glad that I brought this one, because what I'm finding with the, with this kind of crusher run is, and we've had some rain recently, so it's not ultra dry. Instead of wanting to kind of fold over the back like it's supposed to do with these grading scrapers, it wants to collect it more than it would if it was just straight ahead gravel. So there were times when this box, like the whole thing of it, was completely full, and on my last pass up, I actually had to raise it up a little bit and let some stuff pass underneath the bottom to make it up the hill with this tractor. This machine has the rear tires loaded, and it's about 500 to 600 pounds heavier than that 3038E that I mentioned. Also, it had the three range transmission. So probably if you were gonna buy a machine in this size, if you're gonna buy the 3038, which is a great machine, I would probably make sure to get a 5-foot grading scraper instead of a 6-foot. I bought a 6-foot so that I could use it with multiple machines. I could use it with a larger compact machine like a 45 or 50 horse, or I could use it with like a 35 horse like this. So I wanted it to be multi-purpose. If I was buying this tractor right here, would I buy the 6-foot grading scraper? If my hill was any steeper than this, the answer would be no. If I had flat property, yeah, I think absolutely. And on the deer, I think it'd be fine with a 6-foot, absolutely. But if you have hills, probably a better fit for this size machine, just generally speaking, less taxing on it, is going to be the 5-foot grading scraper. But all in all, I got the job done, and it is so much better than when we got here. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hope it was helpful, and have a blessed day.